So Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is a thing. Is just how I'm going to introduce myself in these videos, just walking in and going, well, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is a thing. And it is, it's a thing. And today I wanted to talk about stands. Specifically stand design and how that kind of links into the character that uses the stand. I'll explain a little bit about stands first, of course. I'm not some form of monster. Stands are a manifestation of one's fighting spirit. They are... how do I put this? Stands can really manifest as anything, as long as you can personally manifest the stand. There are several ways of unlocking a stand, of course. There is the stand arrows, which is the second easiest way to obtain an arrow. It's just get stabbed and live. There is mastering a profession. Actually, I'll go through examples for this. For the stand arrow, let's go with examples. Yoshikage Kira's Killer Queen, and it's another good stand I can name as an example here. You guys can leave examples down below for each of these if you like. These are just ones that come to mind. And Dio Brando's The World. These are stands that were being obtained by these characters being stabbed with stand arrows. Then there's Master of a Profession, which is when you get so good at a profession that you gain the ability to manifest a stand. And examples of this is Tonio Trasade and his stand Pearl Jam, and maybe Cinderella? Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I think that's one, but I could be wrong. Like, honestly, I really could be wrong. Then there is inherited stands. These are stands that you inherited through birth. There's Jay Giles' Hanged Man, Giorno Giovanna's Golden Experience, and Noriaki Kakyoin's Hierophant Green. These are all kind of obtained at birth, but like, we're not really sure if Kakyoin's parents were stand users. They could have been. In all likeliness, they probably were if he inherited a stand, but we're not really sure. We're never told, we've never asked, which we really should. It's kind of implied that they aren't. So yeah, those are some inherited stands. And then we move on to part 7, which has, part 7 and 8, which have some very different ways of obtaining stands. There's the Devil's Palm, which is a way of gaining a stand through passing through the Devil's Palm. I think Omokomoya obtained his stand that way. I don't entirely remember Omokomoya's fight, or his stand's name for that matter, or if that was the stand name. I think Tomb of the Boom might have also been a Devil Palm stand. There are certain stands that I just don't know. I'm not fucking omnipotent. I'm just guessing here with a couple of these. Yeah. There's gaining a stand through the Corpse of Jesus. These are stands like Scary Monsters, which is obtained through one of the eyes. I mean, I guess technically you could have any corpse part and gain that stand. Because Johnny keeps this, one of the vertebrae in the spine, and that lets him keep Tusk, despite that originally being the stand of one of the arms. Huh. And then there's the stand of the heart, which is Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, or D4C. And then there's stands, much later on, the Walleye stands, which I'm still not entirely sure how they give people stands. I think they kind of just have two people that have stands fuse, and that creates a stand. I'm not entirely sure how the Walleyes work, so make of that what you will. Yeah, But those are just like most of the ways that you can obtain a stand. My voice is getting very hoarse because I made the mistake of recording this video already. But you may be asking, why am I not watching that version then? And that is because I was stupid and didn't actually record it. I forgot to press record on the camera like I have now. I've double checked I have now. Hold on. Yeah, I'm recording. Interesting. So, you may be asking a very important question. Well, Bucky, do you have a stand? And yes, I do. You may be going, wait, what? You have a stand? Yeah. Allow me to introduce you to my stand. That's not my stand. Hold on. Let me actually introduce you to my stand.
Mr. Worldwide! Now let's stop time and enjoy this moment.
Yeah, does it. That was a stupid ass joke, but it's the one that I went with, so, you know. You may be asking, why are you dressed like this? And it's supposed to be like a Jotaro Kujo outfit. It's the wrong type of jacket because his is fabric, and this is a Slazenger hat. Yeah, Slazenger. Instead of his school hat, and I could have really worn it like this, and that would have been more accurate, but that would fall off. So, yeah. That's kind of like the basic idea of stands. Only stand users can see them. It was supposed to be. I just showed you my stand. I'm kidding. Those are two stands those aren't two stands I created. I created the design for air traffic control, which is the one with the plane face and the tornado butt. And then obviously Mr. Worldwide is a joke. But yeah. I wanted to talk about a couple stand designs and how they link to their users, which is what I was supposed to be talking about this entire time, but I went on a tangent about what stands are. So yeah, couple stand designs. Let's start with Dio Brando's The World. Notice the fact, look at this, look, my hand's probably, okay, but it has scuba gear on. And that is because it's based on the song Holy Diver by Dio. And you may be asking, Dio, but that's the name of the stand user. Yes, it is. Because Dio Brando is named after the singer-songwriter Dio. Or maybe just singer, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, it's based on that, and it's kind of because he spent 100 years at the bottom of the ocean. If you don't know that, then I suggest you re-watch Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Let's move on to another stand design I quite like, and that's Okuyasu Nijimura's The Hand. Now notice the fact that the stand has blinders, and that is to represent Okuyasu's blindness. Not actual blindness, obviously, he can very much see, but his like innocence to the world. He moves through life straight forward, to the point that his stand can't see sideways. Who else? Tusk. Tusk's a great example of a stand. Because it starts much like Johnny. It's to Act 1 form, cannot use its legs. It has no legs, so it can't use any. Whereas Tusk Act 4, the final stage of Tusk, does have legs, and that represents the fact that Johnny can now walk again, because it has working legs. See how that makes sense? Now, there are a couple more things to do with stands that I quite like. And that's more to do with their abilities. Let's talk about Panagotta Fugo and his stand, Purple Haze. Now you may be saying, that's a type of marijuana. Mary Jane. That stuff. And yes it is. But it's named after, but this one is specifically named after the Prince song, not the marijuana. I don't know what the marijuana does. I haven't smoked, ever. I don't like smoking. You can tell how uncool I am. Ladies, I'm a fat bastard, and I'm very ugly, so, yeah. Hit me up. I kid, obviously. Unless you didn't hear that, in which, you know, you didn't hear it, so, Yes, we move on to Purple Haze. And it is a stand that represents Fugo's anger deep within him, because it is an uncontrollable stand. See how it foams at the mouth, and its stand ability is to create spores. Well, a virus would be more accurate. It has these capsules on its fists that when broken release this purple haze. Hence, you know, probably the in-series reason why it's named that, but you know. Yeah, it releases this haze. And that haze kills everything it touches. That includes the stand user. His own stand is such a manifestation of his hatred that he isn't even safe from its abilities. That's fucking wild. That is dead wild then. So, there are a couple other stands that are like this, where the power will link in to the person. A lot of them are from Part 5. Part 5 is a very good example of a lot of this. Let's use another example from Part 5 then. Leon Abacchio's stand, Moody Blues. You see how Leon Abacchio has this stand. Well, it can't fight. It's only as strong as Abacchio is, despite the fact he's physically the strongest member of of Bruno's gang. So that's not that bad. But its power is to be able to rewind. I was about to say rewind time. That is inaccurate. It has the ability to rewind itself to a point in time as a person. So it will then play out the actions of a person as if you were there experiencing it with them. And that kind of represents his backstory, because he was once a police officer before joining this criminal organisation that he's currently part of. And he was a corrupt cop. That's why that happened. And his actions led to the death of his partner. So now he has the ability to see the past with perfect clarity. And kind of because he already sees a lot of his own past in perfect clarity, and it tortures him. He sees a lot of it. Even looking at Jojo is the type of person he was before becoming a corrupt cop. Someone that had so much hope for the world. And Leon hates him for it. Just as a reason why Abacchio hates Jojo. Let's talk about Stone Free. And more specifically, I want to talk about Jolene. Oh dear God, almost fell over then. Yeah, let's talk about Jolene. Her clothes represent her more than her stand does, but there's still parts of her stand that do represent that. Her clothes, as you probably see here, is a butterfly in a spider's web. You may be questioning, well, why? And that is because at the start, spoilers, sorry, at the start of Stone Ocean, Part 6 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, she is an innocent girl. She has no stand, she has no powers, and she's being sent to prison for a crime she did not commit. She is a literal innocent butterfly? She's an innocent butterfly caught in a massive spider's web of Dio's conspiracy. And when she gets to prison, she goes through a series of events that let her unlock her stand. Stone Free. A stand that represents her freedom. And what does that stand do? It creates string. You may be questioning, string? What's so important about string? And it's not because it's string, it's because it's like a spider's web. Her stand turns her from the butterfly caught within the spider's web to the spider. And I think that's quite cool, honestly. Because that's both within her visual design and then the power of her stand. And also, her stand's also, it's got sunglasses. Why? Who knows? But it does. I'm running out of things to talk about, and my voice, my poor throat, it's killing me. Yeah. So I'm gonna end off here for now. So thank you for watching. So shout outs to Joseph White and Sacred Woofers for your support on Patreon. If you're still watching this, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to support me, the Patreon's in the description below, and so is my Twitter. You can check those out anytime you please. You don't have to do anything, you can just check them out. Anything else? Nope, that's it for now. Signing off.